Have you been in a situation where you've taken time to record a special event like a wedding or a conference or even a concert for that matter, and you've come home and listened to the recording and you thought, I can't even hear what people are saying? Imagine if you were able to connect directly to the venue's sound system and get a clean, crisp audio feed directly to your camera. If you want to know more, stick around and I'll show you how to do it. The microphone inputs on wireless transmitters are designed primarily for lavalier microphones. If you plug in the high output of a sound desk, you could seriously damage the transmitter's sensitive audio circuits. Now I'm going to show you 3 safe ways to do so you don't fry the expensive wireless gear. The first and simplest method is using the tape output RCA jacks. The other ways are more complex, so if you want some more options, then stick around till the end of the video. To protect the sensitive input, you'll need an attenuator cable. This cable reduces the line output of a connected device by 35 decibels. Now, that might not mean much to you, so let me illustrate. In a similar way, we put earmuffs over our ears for protection in loud environments. Using an attenuated cable protects a sensitive audio input from damage from high output devices like a sound desk. The one I'm using is the Movo RC100. It's quite versatile and is mainly used for connecting high outputs to a DSLR camera. There's a couple of others on the market, but this one was good value and was available at the time. For this simple setup, you'll need one other adapter cable, a female 3.5mm tip ring sleeve socket to 2 RCA male jacks. Now I'm using the Ugreen 50470. So if you want to find out more on these cables, I've linked them in the description. Let me show you how this all goes together. Connect the attenuator's camera end to the mic input on the transmitter. The other end of the cable, marked line, connects to the adapter cable. The 2 RCA plugs are going to be connected to the mixer's tape outputs. Locate the RCA tape outputs on the mixer and plug them in. Now you're ready to send clean, crisp audio to your camera wirelessly. The second method is to connect the transmitter to the main program outputs of the mixer using the XLR sockets. This is the gear you'll need. The same attenuator lead and a 3.5mm to 6.5mm adapter plug. A direct injection box, or as they call it, a DI box, and a female XLR to female XLR lead. This is how it all goes together. Plug the XLR lead into the DI box, and then the other end will go into your chosen XLR output on the mixer. The 3.5 to 6.5mm adapter goes into the other side of the DI box marked input. Then connect the transmitter with the attenuator lead attached into the adapter. The great thing about these versatile DI boxes is they have an attenuation switch that can be used to lower high output levels by an extra 20 to 40 decibels. The best setting to start with is -20 dB. The third way is to connect our transmitter to the auxiliary send output of the mixer. Now, this will give you the option to only send to the transmitter which channels of the main program that you need. For example, you may only want to send one particular channel to your camera. The only change to the connections of the previous setup is replacing the cable to the mixer. The cable that you're going to need is a balanced female XLR to 6.5mm phono jack. Connect the XLR end of your connection cable to the DI box, and the other end will go into the auxiliary send output. Locate the auxiliary send output that you're going to use. Now in my case, I'm going to use the auxiliary send 2 because of how it functions. So let's review the setup. I've only chosen to get a feed to the transmitter from channel 1 on the mixer. So I've only turned up channel 1's auxiliary send control, and all the rest are turned down. The main control for auxiliary send 2 is at halfway, and I have the output of the auxiliary 2 going to the DI box attenuated to -20 dB. And then I feed through the fixed attenuation lead to the transmitter. Now you can get by without using the extra attenuation lead, but if you forget to lower the level of the attenuation on the DI box, you'll have line levels straight to the transmitter. So don't risk it. Take it from someone who's fried a few pieces of expensive gear before. To finalise your setup, you may need to adjust some settings on your receiver. If you have some control over the output, select a midpoint so you have some adjustment up or down if you need it. If you're using a Rode Wireless Go 2, set the output level of the receiver to the mid setting using the toggle button. On the camera, your goal is to set the input gain quite low. I have mine set to about 4 steps above 0. If your mixer desk is set up correctly, the level at your camera will be around -12 dB. If you need a little bit more output, you can always adjust the output of the receiver before you need to raise the camera's input. Only raise your camera's audio if it's your only option. With the setup complete, you can now enjoy crisp, clean audio straight to your camera. To give you a sample of what it sounds like, this is a portion of the promotion video I shot. A lot of other brands have microphone inputs on their transmitters as well, but I'm going to show you 3 ways to do this effectively so that you can connect up to an audio mixer and have it wirelessly transmitted directly to your camera. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing, and look, if you don't like all the notifications from YouTube, then maybe you can consider joining my email list, because I just simply send out an email each time I upload a new video and you won't have to worry about all those extra notifications. Anyway, stay safe. Until next time, I'll catch you later.